All right, I'm sending it.
All right. We are live. We're live.
Live.
We live in. Hello, happy Friday, family.
Good morning.
Good morning.
And we do prim and proper. Hello, darlings.
Oh, good morning.
You want to say hi? Say hi.
Hi,
Hello.
Snyder.
Go we
Okay,
slap.
oh.
Go we slap.
I'll be right back.
Okay.
She got to
Snyder.
find the chicken.
Snyder has a lot to say today. So, not a heavy deep dive. Today is more about picking apart the comms that have been coming out from Mr. T and the political world. And there's a ton of them. And we were talking backstage, and King made a good point. Excuse me, confused.
Yes, I am very.
Some of these can have multiple meanings. More than one meaning, and some of the stuff, it's coming out so fast that it can be confusing. The order of his executive orders are throwing people off a little bit, but you got to remember there's a plan to all of this. Okay, so
a plan.
Yes. So where do we want to start?
Well, how about if I say I just got back from the airport? I sent my son and his friend to Vegas, and I believe President Trump is going to be there tonight. So,
yeah, he's going to stop off in Reno, where it's very important for this RV. So
I said, if you see him, honey, shake his hand and say, "Can I get connected to your Mel Gibson?"
There you go. Okay. I think we've talked about, as far as the inauguration goes, Melania's outfit and what that means, because it has multiple
Which
meanings.
one? She had more than one outfit.
Well, the one at the swearing-in ceremony for So we've talked about her vendetta, Space Force, Diana. There's a lot of meanings to her outfit.
That's amazing.
Let's see.
Now, is the red and black, the white and black one, the only dress she wore? Was she changing her outfit during each ball, or did she stay in the same one?
I saw the black and white one. And
yeah, I did too.
When I asked Spirit about it, it was about dark to light, and there's a little bit of darkness left.
Yeah.
But it's mostly cleaned up. Now, if you look at the design of the black ribbon, the black that was on the white, it almost looks like you just pull a string and it will disappear, kind of thing.
Yeah.
So that's what I got. It's just a matter of.
And it also looks like a splice of film. Is what I got.
Oh, nice. Because I got Zorro.
Well, that too. Yes.
I didn't put my last name on her initial on her dress. That was nice. Thanks.
The rally that he had the night before the inauguration, they did the big fireworks show.
Okay, Mary Jones said that the black on her white dress also looked like the letter R and V.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
I'll have to go back and look, but yeah, okay.
I remember the R.
But during the fireworks show, they play this opera song. They've played it before. And it is from the movie Sum of All Fears, okay? That movie plays a very important role in this whole movement. And if you haven't watched it, I encourage you to. It's an old movie, but it's a good movie.
Yeah, it is.
So if in the gist of it, if you get to that song is played towards the end of the movie, and it's while the new president is sitting on a stage in front of everyone signing executive orders. And while he has the world's attention doing that, all of the bad guys in the background are being taken out. So that is sorry if that's ruining the movie for you, but it is important to understand that you got to put the puzzle pieces together. So, a couple of other songs. We've talked about YMCA. That has to do with Gitmo.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, another song that they do quite frequently is Gloria by Laura
Brannigan.
Brennigan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And, you know, if you listen to the words, it's about, I know what you've been doing behind the scenes. I've got your number. There's a mask on. There's all kinds of comms in that song.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of Gitmo, Catherine Herridge has been invited down
Mm-hmm.
to film and experience. They're setting up multiple cameras. They've been doing it. To experience what military tribunals are all about. She's the only one that got invited. You don't want the whole
Yep.
world of press down there.
Yeah.
So there's a Vippy for you. So this could be an indication in a drip drop. Are they about to release the EBS? Because that's when you're supposed to watch these movies and the military tribunals and things.
One can only hope.
Yes, one can only hope.
And we pull on that now?
Yeah, sure.
On this timeline?
On this timeline.
Yeah.
Because then I have a Vippy after that.
Of course you do.
She's piggybacking.
Oh yeah, it's a Vippy backing.
Yeah, you need the piggyback VIP.
Oh, I forgot to work on that this week. Oh, it looks like I got homework this weekend.
I'm getting a strong yes.
Yeah, this is the agreement. Two of Cups. Still a little bit of conflict of when this is going to happen. We'll get into who's fighting and why they're doing it here in a minute. Okay. So this is the Page of Pentacles is about starting a new endeavor, but I also look at it as a drip drop. You have to start with a page because this is going to cause a lot of worry and anxiety for people. So they have to be careful. Not everybody is where we're at, and we've talked about that. So it does indicate, yes, they are about to do it. They're just drip dropping. Hey, look what's going on. Uh-oh. All right.
Is that a mirror image of my question?
The base card is the Hermit. So remember, it's all God's timing. So they may have not figured it out, but it is a strong indication that they are about to do this. Okay. Which one of you is going first?
I was just inverting her question. That's all.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you know, as above, so below. So,
All right.
Well, my question is, we know they've been rounding these people up a long time ago. Now, are we on a timeline that, like the Mandela effect, that never happened, and now they're picking them up again? That's why, hence, no masks.
Well, you have to remember some of them do have clones.
Some of them, but I mean, are we in a different timeline that those arrests that we already knew about didn't happen again? And congratulations to Grandma Katrina.
Yes.
Grandson was born.
Granny.
Congratulations.
Little Granny, yes. Little Granny.
Yeah.
Congratulations, yes. Because from Julian Assange last night, they broke in and picked up Michelle Big Mike and arrested him. And I'm going, okay, I thought we did this already.
Some of it is the new divine timeline is the Sun card. And then some of them is just that there's two of them and that we have to do this again because the two and the devil sit side by side. So they probably, with the majority of them, they've taken out original 1.0, but now they got to go do the 2.0s.
All right. That makes sense.
Because they've got when they do these cloning processes, they download the consciousness of that person into these clones. They don't survive very long in their new meat sacks, but they still have the same mannerisms and do the same evil stuff. For the most part, not all of them.
Because I mean, one of the questions I had was when Barron went and talked to Biden,
Mm.
and the look on Biden's face was like, "Oh," and I don't think that was part of. I think that was a true.
From light to dark, yes.
It could
I'm
be.
like,
Terry has a good point. Future proofs past. We're in the future that is proving the past true. And, making that comment that I said, I know past, present, future, it's all happening at the same time. And these timelines are throwing us off.
mhm.
And actually, Angie's question in the coffee page today was, what did Barron say to Joe B on Monday as he entered the rotunda for inauguration? Joe's look was priceless. I looked into this with Pendulum, and it says that he leaned down and said, "You're done." That's what
I
it's
could see
spelled.
that. I could see that.
It's spelled because he lost all expression on his face.
That's what I mean. If that was a person wearing a mask, I don't think they would have had
Yeah,
that.
if you're an actor, why would you do it? Unless it is part of the show and they have to do it to make it look like. Now,
Right.
one of the things I wanted to bring up during the inauguration, now I know that they have programs of what's going to happen. It's like when you go to church and you get a bulletin or something that tells you what by every 15 minutes what's going to happen or whatever. They're looking at these. The question is, was that an inaugural program that they sent out? Everyone got one, but I'm looking at the previous leaders and they're looking at them and they were a little confused. You know how they did notes at Bush's Poppy's funeral?
Envelopes, yeah.
Are they reading scripts? Because they all were acting weird and goofy on camera, like, oh, we have to do this, and
A little more confused.
They're taking direction.
Yeah, I could see that.
All right. Now, what else do I want to go to here?
Was that Angie's question? Did you answer it?
Yeah, it's what he said. You were done. I used Pendulum prior to the show because those can take a little while, and I wrote it down. It spells out "you're done."
So he didn't say, "Pardon me."
Was there an
You have
apostrophe?
great coupon.
Well, there
Yeah,
was an
it's
apostrophe, but it was a R-E, so they did spell it correctly. Their grammar police.
What was that?
He wanted to know if they spelled it correctly, not Y-O-U-R.
With the apostrophe.
With the apostrophe. The Pendulum board does not have one. You have to read into this. All right. When Trump cut the cake with the sword and he decided to dance with it, let's all have a flashback to Saudi Arabia.
Saudi Arabia, yeah.
Yep.
Okay, so he's still in control as the emperor.
And that's also a celebration. I think the Saudi Arabian wants to invest a good amount of money.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that's a great celebration too.
Yes. All right. The U.S., these are back channel things. The U.S. is now pressuring Iraq to finish up their reevaluation of their currency.
That's taken forever.
It is, and I found out why.
Mm-hmm.
Because they still have a few higher ups that are buying and selling on the black market, and it has paused the actual reevaluation because if they're getting a better rate, it's hurting the people. But the Iraqi people are suffering and throwing a fit, like, get it done already.
Exactly.
So now that the U.S. is pressuring them, we do expect to get the new rate. Right now, it is floating between $3.91 to $4.25.
Mm-hmm.
It'll lay somewhere in between. So I always go to the lower end.
Mm-hmm.
Just better be safe than sorry.
I always go to the higher end and be disappointed.
Oh, okay.
It goes with the
You do. If you want that, that's fine.
It goes with the sadness and the darkness and the rain over there, Jen.
Yes. Iraq did find another 200 million barrels, I believe, of oil. So that will help boost their rate because they have more assets.
Yep.
Vietnam has now shattered the American dollar, so the dong is growing in value.
Yes,
Right
Okay,
now,
so is that now printed on Forex, or is this just
yeah, wait,
it is?
that'll be a big thing. So the Vietnamese dong has knocked the US dollar off and is now valuing around $2 to $2.40.
Yes.
Okay. So if you have $1 million dong, it'll probably be worth about $2 million.
the golden era, you know.
Confused, I wouldn't brag.
Yeah, well, that's a reminder. The White House has been lit up in gold all week, so that's a great sign. And we need to remember, to everyone that's getting discouraged and sick of kicking the can and tired of being told to be patient, if it was all a psyop on these things, they would not have built all of these redemption centers and put all in these brand new currency ATM machines for exchange. So, why spend the money and build all these centers if it's not true?
Well,
Okay.
almost like they built the guillotine in the front of the White House.
Yeah.
I was hoping to see it.
Let's see. Trump is going to stop off between North Carolina and California. He's going to stop off in Nevada. He's going to go thank the people. He's going to be in Reno. Reno is where all of the past, the whales are being paid out, the bonds are being paid out, and the fines and fees and all this stuff to the churches that were ostracized by the federal government. They will be getting their money, which is huge.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't realize whales needed money.
Yeah, they do. They eat a lot of krill. Okay.
You're krilling me, Jen.
Yep. All right. Let's see. Now, the big one that is upsetting people is Operation Stargate. This is a lot of moving parts. You talk about a lot of different miscommunications on purpose.
Yep.
Because it makes it look like Trump's backing the mRNA vaccinations. He is not.
To throw them out so they can expose themselves.
Exactly. Okay. So now you saw 3 people that night doing this press conference. All right. So what we need to understand is Larry Ellison is part of the Fauci crew. Okay. But he has a place in Lake Tahoe. Okay. And Lake Tahoe is known for, let's say, trafficking. Okay. And they have now shut it down to clean it out. There's no lake shore access until 2027. Yeah, he's well known for that area and just pure evil. Altman is known. He was accused of raping his sister, allegedly.
Yeah, allegedly.
That's Sam Altman. Let's see. Masashoshi's son. Okay, so he is tied to Wuhan and Fauci, and he also helps produce their drinky drink.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so this is exposure. This isn't, he's agreeing that this is a good idea, but you can also pick apart. Operation Stargate is almost a soft introduction to medbeds.
Yep.
Okay. So it's getting, you won't believe what we'll be able to heal. And he's already talking about a cure for cancer. The bad guys want to push the jabberdoos, but there's a bigger picture here.
I also,
go ahead.
Oh, Dennis got a VP, but I was just also saying that he said he did darkness on all communications between all the pharmas.
Yes.
Okay, Go ahead, John.
There
Are
is
they also going to be talking about the actual Stargates maybe going online?
I was getting ready to get to that. Yeah. So Larry Ellison on Lake Tahoe he owns a campus there, and it's called the Oracle Campus of Oz.
Ooh.
Uh-huh.
Wasn't Vance connected to that?
Okay, well, we're getting there too.
Ooh.
Don't get too attached to Vance.
Oh,
And I don't, and this is
Bring it
just my opinion, but his
in.
wife gives me the
Bring it
creeps.
in.
I don't know why. She just does. Okay.
I think she was an actor. Oh, you just gave me chills on that one. Ooh.
Yeah. So Operation Stargate, the bigger picture is because it will also introduce teleportation and time travel and what they're actually used for. So,
Planting the flag on Mars.
and planting the flag on Mars, and how quick, and we don't have to wait 6 months to get there, that we can just poof, we're there. Okay. So he's shoving it in people's face to do your own homework of who these evil people are. But at the same time, he's because he knows Anons out there are going to pick this apart. What does this mean? So there's a bigger picture to it. There is a positive side. Okay. He doesn't mind taking their money. All right. Sure. Go ahead. We'll take it. All right. What else are we going to talk about?
I don't know. I'm so confused.
I know you are.
Well, about also underground transportation with the electromagnetic or magnetic
trains. Yeah.
Is that also part of that?
Yeah. And that they have been up and running. Now, you know how California has been trying to get all this money and they want to start this rail system. That's never going to happen.
Yeah.
Okay. They want the 15-minute cities, but it's going to be flipped on them. They're going to give it back to the people. So, when everything comes out and it sounds like it's horrible and like, wait a minute, we didn't vote for this. Don't panic. There's a bigger picture here.
Well, see, this is the problem we have. I mean, I was trying to explain this to someone yesterday, and there's so many different levels of truth. We're on a higher level of truth, but the people who actually voted Democrat, Republican, this, don't know all the comes that we do. So they don't understand that it's a good thing eventually, or hopefully it is a good thing, depending on which timeline we're on.
Mm-hmm. It is.
So not only do we have to get the other side awake and ready to go, we still have to get some of the people who voted for him to realize what he's really doing.
Right. They're just looking at him as the one that we wanted to help secure the border and get money back in our pockets, and more of a 3D. They're not thinking about the spiritual stuff. And I see it in the chat, guys. I'm going to address it, like the Antichrist stuff. This is also an introduction to the evil side of AI.
Yeah.
Okay. And how it can lead to one world religion, and you have to worship the beast, which is an AI thing. Okay. There's going to be controversy. It's going to look like Elon and Trump are going to kill each other. No, this is part of the plan. Do I trust Elon as far as I can throw him? No. He's an off-worlder that could help lead people into the Antichrist eventually.
Yeah.
Because of the chips in the brains and all that stuff. So I just you're not chipping me. So just keep that mindset and don't let it bother you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. What else was I going to talk about? The banks. He addressed these World Economic. Now, I know that we're out of the World Economic Forum, but he did talk to some financial leaders, and he absolutely ripped Bank of America to shreds because they've been censoring and not taking care of conservatives.
Really?
Yeah. People want to know in chat rooms everywhere, why is Wells Fargo the only one handling the RV? They are not. They just won the bid to slap their name on the quantum digital stuff. Okay. So you're still going to have access to Chase and all of that. All of the banking apps right now, they may be doing a little bit extra maintenance going on. My bank's the military is above my head. They have been out all morning long. So
yeah, that's what they're here.
they're very loud. So there's so-called maintenance. You're going to get these things on your bank apps that say, please take a moment to set up Safe Shield. Okay. So these are extra steps. You know how they ask you these security questions sometimes when you do passwords and things like that. These are extra steps that you can use with your regular banking that's not in your quantum. Okay. Your QFS account is separate.
But you're saying it's okay to do that?
Yes, you can do this. Biometrics is fine. Most of your banking apps will allow you to do your fingerprint. That's fine. I do it. I asked Spirit about that. I'm like, should I avoid this? Should I just type it in every time? And they're like, no, it's fine because your biometric system's going to run your QFS account. Okay. Anyone that says, okay, we talked about Basel III compliant banks. Most are Basel III. All will be quantum.
So now they were up at Basel IV. So is Basel III different than Basel IV?
Well, it's just Basel III is gold backed. Basel IV is all of the asset backed.
Okay.
So they could say, well, it's backed by silver instead of gold. It's backed by oil instead of precious metals. It just has to be backed by something tangible. Okay.
All right. Speaking of all assets, I'm pulling a financial VP.
Oh, okay.
I heard this morning, I believe it was this morning, that BlackRock invested quite a bit of money into XRP. Is that true?
The good BlackRock or the bad BlackRock?
Was there now a good BlackRock?
There is a better version of it, but we need to remember that's all quantum. And if they think they can try something nefarious, we already know they've been trying to take silver out offshores.
Mm-hmm.
And they're the ones that's holding everything up because they're selling on the black market. They're still doing nefarious things, and that has to be cleaned up. It can be tracked. Okay. So if they are investing in it, it will be taken from them. So don't let that bother you.
Okay. Yeah, there are different categories of VIPs. Yes, there is.
There are. Yes. What is another thing? Okay, an RV update. These are some things I do want to update you guys on. I know it has been requested I do another Zoom meeting because it's fluid and it's always changing. So here you go. Misinformation on Zim is worth nothing. That is horseshit. Sorry.
Misinformation on Zim is nothing. Yeah, I guess I agree.
Information.
Okay. Oh, bless you both.
Bless you, honey.
Bless your hearts, both of you.
Tissue here. Okay, so there's a difference between a Zim bond the government has to honor, an aggro check that the government has to honor.
Can I have one too, Dennis?
When
Can you have another tissue for me?
Okay.
Okay.
So what they don't have to honor is the dead currency that that lost value years ago. Okay, that's the only one they don't have to honor. All right. Now, when you revalue, here is the schedule of payout. You will get 1% that day. And within 8 days, so it could take up to a week or a day, you'll get another 9%. Okay. And then you will be scheduling weekly or monthly or quarterly payments to your account. Now, you will even have the option of doing an annual deposit. To me, that doesn't make a whole lot of sense. If you've got a lot of moving projects, if you go through all your money, why do you want to wait another year before you could do anything? Okay. So My personal opinion, I will probably, if we don't do the weekly or monthly, it'll be quarterly. So you have 4 quarters in a year. So Q1, you would get a percentage.
Mhm.
It's it all at one time. Um, so when they ask you how much do you need for the first 90 days, how much do you need for the first 6 months, think big. Don't undershoot your estimate. If you need land, shoot high. Okay. So,
Mhm.
oh, you think $1 million to do it? I'd shoot for 10 if you have to.
I would, yeah. I mean, also think about any kind of equipment you're going to need for it, like depending on
Well,
how big your land is.
purchasing the land, you may need to hire surveyors to see if there's water or natural resources there.
Mhm.
I want to purchase the state.
You go for it, love. Okay. Um,
Give me all of
so,
it.
Needs to go in another direction.
mhm.
We
So
thought about it once. Jen and I.
when you're making your plans, just don't underestimate yourself because you're going to shoot yourself in the foot and get stuck. Okay. Um, don't expect billions and billions in your hand right off the bat. It's not going to happen. You're going to drip drop it out, but you'll have enough and you'll be comfortable. You'll be able to pay yourself, and you'll want to hire an architect or construction workers or whatever it is that you're doing.
Are we thinking also not only on that, but also on the trust?
Your trust. The trust will be set up if you like your personal if you're exchanging currency or your personal portion of the Zim, all trust will be set up before you walk out the door.
Okay.
Trust
So
them.
every little thing, and each time that you purchase something that's of large value, you'll want to contact your wealth manager and say, "Hey, I bought a new truck. I need to put a trust on it." But you'll have an overall trust, and then whatever bank account you have, I suggest you get multiples. Everything will be quantum, that you put a trust on each account and designate each account for something different. Your QFS account is mainly for your humanitarian. You can move money into your credit unions and your private checking and savings and what Christmas accounts, whatever you want to do. It's all tracked. But just make sure that each is covered by a trust. Okay.
Yeah, I also suggested the last time, if you guys want to want to give to family members or anything like that, even if you have it under a Christmas trust or a gift trust or something, that way they don't know.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have to tell them it's coming from you.
Mm-hmm.
And that way they don't know, hey, where'd they get that money from, you know?
You can do that, but if you've been talking about it, they're going to put 2 and 2 together. But you can do it as anonymous. I recommend if you have littles that you set up trusts that they can access once they turn 18. But you can be very specific that you can only have a certain percentage each year. It's an allowance. There is no way in the world that I'm going to hand over that kind of money to my grown children or the littles. You know, I've got a couple responsible ones, and I have one that's batshit crazy. So
who's watching the show? Probably. There's the child right there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Here, what I did, my stipulation was 10%, at least 10% has to go to a humanitarian project, open up their hearts. Also, your 18 stipulation, and also let them have a job first before they even collect this money, because if they don't know what a job or holding on to money is, what are they going to do with that?
And they can, and part of that, if they don't want to start a humanitarian project, that's fine. Let them work for you. And if you don't have one and you know somebody that does, see if that other person will hire them. Because remember, you are a CEO, you get to pay yourself. People are like, we're so used to not taking care of ourselves that it's like, why would I pay myself? It's mine. Well, you're a CEO, and don't give yourself $2 million bonuses at Christmas, but you have a right to pay for your own time.
Yeah. And to tell you guys the truth, you guys have been doing work on yourself to take care of yourself. So you are worthy of that also.
Yeah.
It's nothing to have guilt.
Mhm.
It is part of what you have worked for.
Right. And you're not going to be required to work 40, 60, 80 hours a week. That's going to be a slow drop to roll that back. Labor law change.
Yeah.
Now, if you would have stuck with the deep state's plan, they were going to increase it maximum 40. They were going to increase it to 80. And so where you had no family time at all, you just worked and slept and worked and slept. That's it.
I wonder if they did that as a test run in China, because China, I believe they do have 60 to 80-hour work weeks. I wonder if it's like a protocol before it came over here.
That's the CCP.
That's the old CCP.
Yeah, I think they were probably trying it out to see what would happen to the.
Yeah. Now, if you're a workaholic, I mean, you do you. That's fine. Some people enjoy doing that. I, for one, would like to stop and breathe every once in a while.
Mhm.
And like, I'm not going to give up my channel.
Yeah,
I
well-
have to adjust my schedule, but I'm not going to quit doing this. I will probably have to pause for 90 days. Now,
Yes, you will.
I'm looking because we have platforms under an NDA. You have to.
Well, okay, Wolverine has his platform. He has his NDA,
Mhm.
but he's allowed to say things, but not of certain things. So I
So
wonder.
that's what I'm checking into, if I'm allowed to do this show, but no finance questions. We can't talk about comms. It would just have to be regular personal questions.
Relationship questions.
Oh God.
No.
That's
Don't
like,
find everybody
all right,
else.
I'm ready for your relationship questions.
Yeah.
They're
Speaking
all yours.
of, yesterday your oracles, and I believe today, pamper yourself, take care of yourself.
Yeah.
So I listened to you yesterday. I really pampered myself, and I went to a little an art group, my sisters and I painted that little owl in the background for Valentine's.
Ashley Smart.
Who?
That's smart. Doesn't look at the
Oh.
resemblance. I go, whoo.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's take just a quick minute to talk about Ascension symptoms. Headaches are at their peak right now. Headaches
Is your headache, is that also included?
Severe headaches. This planet alignment has a lot to do with that.
Mm-hmm.
Solar flares. I did look into if there's some mass event that's going to happen with this planet alignment, and I get no. It's another day. It's just a message from your divine creator saying things are coming into alignment. This is the new Aquarian age. It's just a marker. I don't get that anybody's going to be zapped in the microwave tomorrow. Okay, it'll be all right.
No one's turning into Superman or Superwoman overnight.
Only us, honey.
Yeah, I'm ready.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Our headaches are at their peak. Weird sleeping habits. I think most of us have those anyway. You're either wanting to sleep too much or not enough.
pains in
Joint pain.
Joint
Joint
pains.
pain.
Very bad.
Smoke a joint to take care of the joint pain. I don't care. You do you, honey. I don't judge.
I may be willing. My son gave me a CBD with THC muscle relaxant.
Yeah.
She was tripping.
I was tripping.
Nice.
There was something we were going to say about the Ascension. Okay, we're also, I mean, it's amazing. And also on certain levels of truth, Trump is saying the golden age.
Mm-hmm.
We're gold back, hopefully. And also in Sanskrit, we're moving into the golden age of truth and discernment.
There's multiple reasons, and if you want to go biblical, it has to do with the statue that Nebuchadnezzar had, and there's a lot of different meanings behind all of it. But the main thing is, it's God's timing. Is it going to last forever? Nope. This is a short window to get humanity on their feet and prepared for when the shit does hit the fan. Because they are still going to try their worship this God. We're not eradicating all evil until Yeshua returns. You can't. But we have to get the Christ consciousness to understand that, as a collective, can you ascend and move on before then? Of course you can. But I'd prepare to be here to help humanity. And some people are prepared to just be out of here, and I don't even want to stick around for humanitarian projects. I'm out. If you want to do that, that's fine. I'm choosing to stay because I want to help the world.
I would choose to stay and be in the light body at the same time.
That would be great, wouldn't it?
I think we are. I think a lot of times we'll be over there, and since there's no time, we could be here and there at the same time, probably.
Well, yeah, as we ascend, we will be able to come back here and assist. And you remember that one question that I asked, once we ascend out of here, are we going to be helping who's left or a different Earth and a different timeline in the multiverse? And it was yes.
Mm-hmm.
Work is never done. You're an eternal being, so this will be going on forever.
It's like level up. We're in the next level doing the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep. All right. So I have a few questions. I got Angie's in the coffee. King, do you have any? Or is there anything else you guys want to add to our...
There's still more in the chat that you haven't
Okay,
highlighted.
I'll go grab them. I got a couple more in the
I have nothing in the coffee.
I got a... Go ahead, Nadia.
That sermon that lady preacher had regarding everybody going across the border. Was that a part of the movie?
Say that one more time.
I guess Trump family and Vance family were there, and they had a sermon with this woman, and she talked about LGBTQ and all.
Yeah, see, I would have got up and left them burn the church down because I would have lost my shit. And then I got up and actually quoted the Bible for what it actually says. So don't get me started on that woman.
So I loved when one of the news people said to Trump, "How did you like that?" And he said,
"It was
"It
boring.
could have been better."
I didn't like it. It was boring. Yeah, no, she took advantage of her platform to lecture and try to get what she wants because she's a social justice warrior, and that is not there. If you want to talk about God's word, then stick to God's word, not yours.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, and as far as JD Vance goes, some weird stuff about him. Remember how he threw Pence in our face to get us to understand who he is?
Yeah, Pence Vance, same name, different.
Well, JD's actual birth name on his birth certificate is Donald. His name's not even correct. And his wife, I cannot put my finger on it. God forgive me because I don't know this woman, but she gives me the creeps.
Well, I mean, it will be disclosed.
Are they wearing masks?
Well, we thought about that. It was a yes.
Yeah, for Junior.
Yeah, Junior and Caroline.
They also said Vance and his wife you guys said Vance and his wife. Now, is she a negative person wearing a mask?
Good question. I'm starring here. Boy,
I'm getting no.
Okay. Wasn't it somebody said it was JFK Jr. and his wife?
I did.
Yeah.
Oh, was somebody.
I am somebody.
He's a somebody. He's confused.
Hello. I'm not an animal. I'm a human being.
I need to be somebody.
Let's see. I'm getting them. They're going to be out of order, guys, because I have to go back up.
Okay. Well, I find it interesting with all this money coming in. Hopefully, we're all manifesting it, but also prices going down. Because he also said prices will be going down. So no inflation, deflation.
Yeah, and it takes a while. So I've looked around, and there's a lot of people saying, "When's the prices of groceries going to come down?" I'm like, give the man a minute. It hasn't even been a week. The point is drill, baby, drill, because when you lower the cost of fuel, then delivery for your groceries doesn't impact you, and they can lower the prices of groceries.
Why
It'll
am I
take a
still
minute.
paying $4 a gallon for gas?
Yeah, and well,
In
gas
here,
prices have actually started dropping in some locations. It's down to $2.30 some cents in
Oh,
some places.
your place is beautiful. Not here yet.
Let's see. The tip. Remember, I was telling you, everybody kept saying that their Trump family's throwing out Illuminati signs, and I said no, it's upside down. It means the tip of the spear.
Mm-hmm.
Eric was doing it at the inauguration,
Yes.
and Laura elbowed him and said, "Stop it!"
Mm-hmm.
And he
Yeah.
quit.
And he acted like a child and obeyed her. Yes.
Yeah, well, that's because they're bragging
Okay.
that we've got you, and we're in charge.
Did his wife have an earpiece and somebody told her? Because she wasn't in front of him when she told him to stop it.
But they can see themselves on cameras in front of them. So they
Okay.
the monitors are in front of them.
Okay, so I don't know if she just, I thought she said move over and he realized, oh geez, I'm doing this. Bragging? He was definitely bragging.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So I'm going to go over here to the coffee page. Thank you, Angie, for those. Joe McWill, can you tell me why I keep getting woke up to a tickling sensation on my face this past week? It has been pretty aggressive. Not feeling negative, just wondering what I'm missing. It's probably a past loved one or your angels. We'll take a look.
Oh, it's just your imagination.
Oh, is that what it is?
Oh,
Jojo, you caught me. I was yeah, past loved one then.
Jojo, I get a strong yes.
There is tickling, huh?
It's a female.
No, the last question she had.
It
It's
was
not really a question. She made a statement.
Oh, Anastasia's great grandmother.
Yeah.
Yes, yes, that is true. She's actually the queen of Russia.
Yes.
Ooh.
Move over. Putin.
Oh. Well, he's a prime minister, right? He's not a
He's
king.
the president.
He's a president.
It's a president, but there's no king and queen. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah,
so,
they have no monarchy right now.
Joe, this is a strong female relative coming in. I get mother grandmother energy here. They're on a journey. Okay, they're stopping in because of a possible attack. Okay, because the devil is trying to lower your frequency and they're messing with you. So your loved one has the ability to get them to walk away. Now let me explain what the tickling sensation is. A lot of times they will anoint you with spiritual oil.
Oh, nice.
And that can tickle. It can feel warm. So you're not feeling the negative because your divine relative is pushing that energy away, anointing you with oil and pushing the devil out. And they did leave. So it's a blessing. It may be irritating and waking you up, but just be aware. So increase your prayers. Thank your relative and you'll be fine, honey.
I get maternal grandmother.
Okay. Base card is an ace. Yes. Okay. All right. King of Wands bought a coffee. Thank you, love. That keeps you out of the corner.
For this moment.
He says,
Temporarily.
this is all capital letters, by the way.
Oh, you got to read it very loud.
I am taking back my star. Thank you. Thank you, Wings. Why is Wings getting credit for this? Now, wait a minute.
Here, John, I'm giving it your star to give to him.
Yes. Okay. All right. Here, King. All
'Cause
right.
I had
I'll
to
give
take
it
it
to
on.
you. Just remember, I'm not wearing pants. Okay. All right. It's Friday. What are we talking about? All right. Let me go. Make sure I didn't miss any, and I'll get Dragonfly.
Dragonfly.
Yeah, at the bottom. Was that the only one I missed? Okay.
I think so.
All right. That's funny, Terry. What's a royal pardon? It's what you say when the queen burps.
Linda has one at
We're past his guessing in the
144.
hallway.
Isn't Vance 2.0 though?
Oh. Possible.
We thought he was before. But like you said, if it's a clone, it might have the same characteristics.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Jules says I was in the store the other day and I swear I was in another dimension. Prices were all on sale big time. Let me tell you about my
Blue light
dimension.
special.
Let me tell you about my dimension slip today.
Dimension or dementia?
Dimension. I thought I was having dementia, but I realized it was the slip in the timeline. They're getting more and more prevalent in your life.
I know.
Just when you think you saw something a certain way, it changes. I was feeding the cats this morning. They have a feeding mat. It's rubber. It sits on the floor, because they're messy. They're boys. And they had food scattered everywhere. I went to pick up their bowls to go wash them, get their breakfast, and there was food all over the mat. I went, washed the bowls, prepared their food, and was getting ready to go get the mat to clean it up. You should take a broom, sweep it all up, and then go wash it. The thing was immaculately clean. And I went, these are little things. And I went, it wasn't.
Twilight Zone.
Can you bring that direction here?
Little things like that. It's just like, wait a minute. Wasn't the or losing an object? If you think you lose something and then all of it, you go back and it's where you thought it was and you've already looked there. I was just there.
That happened to my mom a couple days ago.
There are time slips. Like, what is going on?
Well, I think it was it Wednesday night? No, I'm sorry, Monday night to Tuesday. I had no idea what dimension I was in. Yeah. Nothing was making sense. So I just had to let it be and leave it at that. And then I guess I came either down or up because I'm back to normal. My normal.
Your normal. Okay.
My normal. Yeah.
All right.
Well, I heard there was a white van running around with guys in white jackets carrying jackets. I don't know.
Not the good humor truck, huh?
No.
Jules has a coffee. Our friend Doug was just told he has stage 4 cancer. Will he survive this or is he exiting?
Ugh.
Whom?
Doug, a friend of Jules.
Okay. Oh, Doug. It's a test for him. He's believing it. He survives this one.
I'm getting no.
No.
He does not.
Not what? Which part? Will
He does
survive?
not have stage 4.
Oh, okay.
He doesn't. Oh, you even asked if he has stage 4?
Yeah.
Does Doug have stage 4 cancer?
He does have cancer, but it's not stage 4.
It's getting.
Go ahead, Nadia.
It's not there yet, but it's getting there because he wants to believe it. He wants to believe it.
This is moving out of troubled waters. This is getting your wishes granted in the past. This is a lie. That's High Priestess. That doctor, they're telling them no because their drug that they give you makes all your hair fall out. I won't say the word. They make money off of that. He's actually okay. His future looks bright. So he will be continuing with his life.
Leave the doctor.
Yeah, I wouldn't believe it. That base card is the devil. I mean, they see it whispering in your ear, like, you have this. No, you don't. So,
Maybe he'll stay last enough to see a med bed, but he's kind of wanting to believe it. That's what I'm getting.
it's possible that if he wants to do a treatment, I'm not a doctor, but I highly recommend doing the American Wellness and order some ivermectin because it kills it.
Hmm.
And bendazone, that kills it too because it's a parasite.
Yeah. Yeah.
If he wants to treat just to feel better, I would go that route. Okay.
Jules
All
has
right.
a question.
Okay, Jules
And Suzanne.
and
Down
Suzanne.
at the bottom. Yeah.
And Bonita.
There we go. Okay. All right, we're at 13. Let's pause because we've gone almost an hour. Okay. Let's go.
That's funny. That's when I decide I want to write my question.
Well, yeah.
All right. Like I said, these are probably going to be out of order. I'll try to pay attention to the timestamps and put them in the right order. But we start with Wyletta. Read on Facebook that Oregon issues mandatory training requiring the Leos law enforcement state officials to defy DJT's administration. They will go to prison. Because of the executive order, especially if it's regarding sanctuary cities and illegals. Constitutionally, they are harboring a criminal, and they will.
You can
be
add
arrested.
Washington on that too.
Yeah.
Are all those sanctuary states, or is that what you're talking about? Like maybe Chicago?
Well, Chicago, they've already started the cleanup. I think they've made 450.
Well, have they started yet? Well, they were going to, but then the word got out, so they had to.
No, they have. They've done 450 to 500 just in 2 days because
Okay.
they've already know who these people are. That one guy was screaming on TV, "Yeah, I'm not going back to Haiti." And he goes, "Thank you, Mr. Biden. Thank you, Obama, for what you've done." I'm like, that should tell you everything you need to know right there.
That should tell you a whole lot of stuff of what he was doing there.
But they've known who these people are. They've been tracking them for a long time, so they know exactly where to go and how to get them. And the mayors or governors or whoever says you're not coming in this city, Tom Holman is bringing his boys in, and they're going, "Oh, yes, we are," and they're already there. And they go, "And if you're going to argue and try to prevent us from doing this, we'll arrest you too because you're breaking the law."
You're harboring, yeah. So, but it's basically, is it all like the very dangerous ones first, the cartels and
Yes,
and
these are the really bad ones.
Yeah.
They'll do those first, and then it'll trickle down, and it'll get down to the people that have probably been here for years and maybe working and doing things right by the book and are good people.
exactly.
They'll be offered. Well, they're already being told right now, go do the paperwork. Go ahead if you've been here and you're working and doing the right thing. Go do the paperwork. We'll try to make.
Yeah, but
It's a case-to-case basis, though.
I understand that. But if it was me going to say go do the paperwork, I'm thinking it's a trick. I'll go do the paperwork and they're going to capture me and send me. How do you know whether to trust that or not?
You just let them handle it. I mean, I don't
Mhm.
know. It's the violent ones we need to get rid of.
Yes.
This is all because of money, Wyletta, of trying to keep them in their city because they think they're going to get federal money or that's going to continue to flow.
Mhm.
No, because it's a very sneaky strategy. They will be taken down. They will be taken down. So if they're leaders, they will be removed and jailed. So, all right. Let's see. Miss Colleen. Will Nicole Shanahan have a place in Trump's administration? RFK Jr.'s former running mate. Okay.
Nicole Shanahan have a place in
I'm
Trump's.
getting she's working with RFK Jr.
I have a yes.
Yep. Yeah, that's exactly what she's going to be doing. She's going to be working with Bobby. So there's your ace, and this is to take down big pharma because this is standing your ground against the things that cause harm to people. That Three of Swords is sickness. Okay. So, yep. All right. Ash, what we got? What's happening with Chase Bank?
There, right above that is someone said that they took Chase Bank away from the bid of Wells Fargo.
Okay. All right. So Chase is not going away. It is being rebranded. It is not going to be a JP Morgan industry. It is going to be, they're not going to, I don't think they're going to change the name of Chase. They may kind of blend it in with Wells Fargo, but eventually it's all still RV. Let them make their changes. Let them do their thing. They're still cleaning it up. But it is, I knew a long time ago they were going to rebrand it. So if it all of a sudden it changes and it may say Chase Wealth Management, that's what ours is.
Well, because you missed Marcy's question above that one.
Oh, it's out of order here.
Yeah, just to let you know. So is Chase now going to be called Caught?
Yeah, there you go. Caught. Chase is out now. Only Wells Fargo and Bank of America is true.
What is the golden age?
So they're, yeah. I'm trying to figure out how to word this. Like I said, it's a rebranding. Their places are not going to go away. They're still going to handle money. They're just under a different ruling. Okay, because they have to be quantum. And so they may take their name away, they may not. It's just a rebranding. It's just run by new people, and the nefarious are going to go away. Like I said, Mr. T is already throwing Bank of America under the bus because of their sneaky stuff. The central banking system is even being rebranded. And you're thinking, what's it going to be rebranded to? Central banking system. It's just a different way of looking at it. Okay, you got to read the fine print. I highly suggest you go onto whitehouse.gov and look up his executive orders. Read them. If we don't start reading this stuff, this is how we got into this mess.
Mm-hmm.
But I trust everything he says.
Oh,
everybody, especially the news on TV.
I don't. Buddy,
I think they ought to rebrand Chase BlackRock, but you know, that's just.
So?
Yeah.
All right. Let's see. So we kind of handled that one. All I know is that Wells Fargo, if it says wealth management and they have quantum, that's what you worry about. Don't worry about what it's called, who's running it. Sharon, will our Social Security checks go up in February, as they say? Well, let's see. They've been saying that.
Yeah, for like over a year now.
Yeah.
Or more.
Other than the cost of living increase, which Lee got a little bit of an increase on his VA disability.
Nice.
But it's not the massive, it's just a few bucks. Compared to the actual cost of living, it's nothing. You losing money in either way. But they want to say, you got $12 extra this month. You're good. No, I'm not, because eggs are $12.
I know. What is up with the eggs?
Crazy.
I get fairly strong, yes.
I think, yeah. I think the chickens joined the union. I think they secretly formed a union, and that's why the prices are going up.
No, the price of plastic has gone up.
Oh, so they can make those eggs? Because I believe some of them were really fake eggs.
Yeah. So have you ever seen some of the videos of the textures of them are really weird?
Oh, yeah, especially the Walmart ones.
You're going to get a little bit of an increase. The bigger one will follow. So you may not right off the bat on the 3rd or whenever you get your check, wait for it to kick in. So you may get a small one. We're waiting on the King of Wands. He's sitting over in the corner at the schoolhouse, you see.
Oh,
He
that's
didn't
why.
clean the corner up, so it might take him a while to dig himself
They're
out.
they're
Leave it for the
determined.
king of wands.
They're determined, so they're waiting. They're finalizing a contract. Okay.
He's still waiting for his gold star.
I was just
Yeah.
saying that. Leave it for him, and it took him how many weeks to get his gold star?
Yeah.
So he has to cash the gold star in, guys, to give it to you.
Yeah. If you guys want your money, you'll have to find him. He'll say, "I can't believe there's so many women after me." Okay. All right. Miss Charlotte.
They're all carrying pitchforks and torches.
Oh my goodness.
Or their hose.
Yeah. He's leaning on his hoe. Now he's gonna have so many he won't know who to lean on first. Social Security just called for my son's change to a new payee. He requested it. Should I return the money or keep it this month?
Security call. Where's the money? Did it come in? Social Security
But
just called
if
for my
it's
son's change to a new payee. No, I don't think so.
And he
Okay.
requested.
oh, so you have been the payee and he changed it to somebody else. Well, if he changed it, you have to give it back, or you go to jail.
Well, did it take effect yet? You got to see when he
Well,
requested it.
There's more to this.
Yeah. You got to know
I
when he
just-
requested it and when he got the letter that the payee got changed. So if it hasn't worked yet, no, you don't have to. So let's say, should I return the
This
money?
is saying this is making a tough decision. Think divine, what's the right thing? But you have judgment in here. Do not risk theft.
Well, hold it. But Jen, what's happening is when he requested it, it has to go through the paperwork. So he might not get a new payee out till next month. If you got it already for this month, hold it, but don't
Don't spend it. You can hold
Don't
on to
spend
it
it.
until you have official paperwork saying, otherwise, but I wouldn't go spend it or anything. Just hold on to it until it's official.
Yeah.
All right. Sister Renee on the phone. Why is my air quality bad today at my house? I see they just did some chemtrails.
Was she in California?
Yeah, Monterey.
So that will take care of Micah's questions too then. Chemtrailing bigly out here in California, good or bad?
Okay, so this is both. The bad guys tried to start their crap, but it's being counteracted with good stuff. Yeah, they're wrapping something up. So it looks like the bad guys started it. The good guys are finishing it. But it started out really bad. They've been doing a lot of that, especially with HARP. When they start this stuff, they want to create all these things. And I know how horrible North Carolina was. But if you can imagine what they originally had planned, there wouldn't be North Carolina.
Yeah, I know.
So,
And others too, not just North Carolina.
yeah. All right. Can we go over what trusts are better because there's so many?
They will work on it when you go
Your
forward.
wealth manager will have those different types of trusts because it just depends on what you're putting in a trust. Is it a home? Is it property? Is it a car? Is it a bank account? It just depends. But your wealth management will guide you into which one fits its purpose. Okay, that's a very individual case as well. Like the trust that I would need may be totally different from the ones that King and Nadia need. So that it's hard to talk about them all. That's a whole show in itself.
Yes, we are.
Okay.
We are a whole show in itself.
Yeah, that's the truth. All right, I've got them out of order. I've got them out of order, but King of Wands did have the next one. Any messages from my guardian angel or past ancestors? If so,
Yes.
what is the message?
Okay, moving
Well, there
on.
you go.
Yeah, cash your star so you can pay these people. I'll be back. Schneider's making a weird noise outside. I'll be right back.
Scooby snack. Scooby snack.
Speaking of Snyder, I have a picture she sent me. I'll have to put it up.
Was it smiling Schneider?
Yes. Oh, okay. I see it now, Renee. I'll get it just a second. All right. Messages from your guardian angel.
I have a few questions in the coffee.
Ew.
Ew, thank you, someone, for the coffees. You didn't want to do any readings today anyway, did you?
Yeah, right. Ooh, you should see my calendar over here. Oh my goodness. I'm running out of
You
room.
haven't seen mine.
Okay. King of Wands. Love, the same thing you've been getting here recently. I know you're juggling finances and everything. The investments that you've made, you're going to be all right. They are leading you to the new home, new car, new everything. Okay. New adventure and moving out of troubled waters. Okay. This is coming soon. So do not fear it. Just keep working on it. So just keep swimming, love. And you're like, I don't want to hear.
I thought I was right. It was a Scooby snack.
This is interesting. I think last time I read for you, it seemed like you were in conflict with a female. This is the Lover's card, and there's your card. But when I pick them up, this energy is negative, and I cannot put my finger on it. If you're fighting with a wifey, that could be it. Maybe she doesn't like you making these investments, but we'll figure it out. We'll read on that.
Just give her some money and let her go shopping. She'll be happy.
It always works.
Well, I know that it's hard because I know people that if you've got one person bringing in money, they're making these good investments, whether it's silver or bonds or whatever. And their spouse is like, why do you keep investing in this? We're not getting anything out of it. We could use it for whatever. So that it causes a lot of conflict. But
Well,
it doesn't work anymore.
That's why I'm happy that I'm free.
I know. But, if you look at them and say, you'll thank me later, and they're like, no, it's, I don't want later. I want now. But that's the impatience of the 3D.
yeah. Well, my son thought about that, but then when he saw what I was planning and doing, he now changed his view and said, Mom, you got to diversify. You can't always say that the money is going to be strong.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's for future, not for now.
Just drop it into a little bit of everything. Renee's first part of that question was, are they curing the children at St. Jude of cancer yet? Because we've looked into it, very nefarious, but have they changed it? I get the feeling that they haven't. I will pull cards because they are really pushing their commercials right now.
Oh, well, they need more money.
Yeah, they're out of money.
So they're going to make these kids even more sick. Okay. St. Jude's cleaning up. How's the question, Jen? Is St. Jude's cleaning up their house?
Are they curing the children at St. Jude of cancer yet?
Okay, are they curing the children?
No.
Not. Some are getting cured by themselves.
Some are doing their own thing, Ace of Wands, because they're doing it independently. They found a new way of doing it, of where they can go and get healed. This is for money.
Yep, they're looking for money.
This is all about gimme money.
Figured that out a while ago.
Yeah, base cards judgment. And the one underneath that is temperance. Please be patient. It'll happen. We all have a hard time understanding soul contracts when it comes to littles. I don't know what to tell people. It's hard. All right. Colleen. Oh, wait a minute. King, do your coffee questions. Let's do that.
First of all, we can say for those people, do group prayers.
Yeah.
Warrior prayers are the best thing to do.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, go ahead, King.
Okay.
The ancient, and this is from someone.
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 The ancient Hopi prophecy of this current world. Hopi prophecy states that this current world will receive 3 helpers who are nameless to try and bring peace. With that said, is the Great Spirit really the Ancient of Days? That's the first question.
Schneider's answering.
Mm-hmm. He said he's number 4.
I get yes to that. Slight yes.
3 people, huh?
3 people.
Well, I found it amazing that with the Kali Yuga and the changing to the golden age, the Hopis and the Sioux, I think, they already talked about, instead of having the 4 ages like silver, bronze, iron, gold, the buffalo. So which leg is it standing on? So once it doesn't stand on a leg right now, that's when the apocalypse or whatever, the changes happen. And we'll have another cow standing on its 4 legs, which is integrity, belief, truth. So it's fun. Like I was impressed that all areas, Sanskrit, Atlantean, Mayan, they all have the same 4 ages.
Yeah. Yes, there's 3. There's your 3 of Wands looking into the future, coming quickly. This is from dark to light to help all of humanity. Yes.
Okay, is the Great Spirit really the Ancient of Days?
Oh, nice. Oh. Is the Great Spirit Ancient of Days? If that's the case, Trismegistus will be coming back. Or we could say Thoth.
So the spittoon is full, okay?
I got a big yes. Very strong yes.
To some. To some.
Okay. And the last question, are the 3 helpers represented by the Father, Son, and Holy Ghost?
3 spirits represented
Or
by
Holy Spirit?
the Son and the Holy Ghost. Yeah, it's a which is maybe for son. It could be father, mother. Imagine if you want to ask the question, put it in. It's paused, so try to put it in, and we'll see what we can do.
This is taking a negative turn here. I almost get the feeling that there's a positive version and a negative version.
Mm-hmm.
Is that because you know that Satan mocks everything God does?
Ask Wings.
Okay.
That's why it's a Maybe some will believe it. You almost kind of fought here.
See? Yeah. Yes, the 3. So you have a positive, but then you have the deep state negative. So you have both, and they're contradicting each other.
I'm getting timeline.
It's timeline, but it's also personal belief. To some, it's however you view them, if that makes sense.
Okay.
Well, I think it's also the 3rd and the 3rd, because some will be following the Anunnakis coming down as the Father, Son, and the Holy Spirit. Some will be, I'm sorry, but I have to say it.
That's
And
2
some will
thirds.
be the 3rd. Yeah, that's 1/3, not 2 thirds.
2
That's
thirds.
2 thirds.
2 thirds. Right.
Yeah, but some will follow that. The third, they're going to be claiming their own, I believe.
Yeah. Okay. Anything else, King?
No, that's it.
Okay.
Thank you, someone.
All right.
Yep, that's it.
Pauline, my daughter called me with health concerns this morning. I gave her my intuitive advice. Was it good advice or does she actually need to see a doctor? What did your gut tell you?
Exactly. If you sought your intuitive advice and it
Which
gave
was
it to
good.
you, then it was good. But let's see. Let's do the Nadia.
Oh, it's a good advice for coming to get. Well, thank you for letting me shake my hands. I heard it's good.
It's good because you're the
Yeah,
mama. Empress,
good.
it's good. Queen of Cups. Learn to trust your intuition.
Exactly.
When you give advice because you intuitively knew what to tell her and then you doubt it, it's almost taking it back. So go with it. Yes, I gave her good advice. Yeah, she'll be moving on. Absolutely. Should be fine.
Trust in me.
It's hard because of that ego is yelling, going, well, you don't know. You're not a doctor. I'm glad I'm not.
Me too.
Well, what do you know? You're not a matchmaker.
Yeah. All right. Is Advanced 2.0? We'll take a look.
If we get some 2 cards,
I'm getting no.
is Vance a 2? No, 3.0. Is Vance a 2.0? Is Vance wearing a mask?
What version is Vance? That's what I'm asking.
I'm getting
have
Vance
this
is wearing a mask.
Wearing a mask. That's what I got.
I got a strong yes to that. I also
Elena,
got a yes to Vance already being taken care of.
This is back and forth between 2 people. This is a contract
dun,
that is doing a job. He's playing a role. The King of Wands is my John.
Colleen wrote, I don't doubt it, but there's nothing wrong with getting a second opinion.
Yep.
So there was a doctor who said somebody's diagnosis, and he said, I need a second opinion. And he said, and you're ugly too.
Okay. All right. 17.
That's why I always say confirmations.
My husband and son experiencing worse Ascension symptoms than me.
Yeah.
Well, because you've learned to adapt and adjust to them because you're aware of them. When people are not aware of what's happening to their bodies, they turn, and they're men, so they're big babies. But
that I will agree to.
It catches them off guard, so they think they're dying, but they don't understand a lot of what you're into. Are they meditating? Are they praying? Are they helping these symptoms along? If not, if they're just waking up feeling like crap, going, I feel like crap, that's not helping. You can ask your guardians to help you relieve. Your angels will come in and help relieve some of those symptoms.
Also, all of us have been having these Ascension symptoms in increments, and they're getting it like boom.
Yeah. Yeah, we take it in waves. They stair step us and kind of slowly bring it to us. With them, it feels like they got hit by the Peterbilt truck.
Peterbilt, yes. And then comes the Mac.
Uh-huh.
Oh, I wonder if my son's getting Ascension symptoms today.
Okay, so this is you handling your symptom because you know that you're sovereign. You're doing fine. You're floating on air. Here's them. It's all God. Okay, so turn to the divine for help. And if you can't convince them, I'm dying.
You don't know how I feel.
Nobody knows.
Yeah.
So can I just quickly, Vippy, is my son going through his Ascension symptoms right today? Because he started with the sneezing and I'm going, no, you're not sick.
And And I do have another coffee question that just popped in.
Okay.
Ooh.
We'll keep you going.
Yeah. He's also holding on to some energy that's affecting him as well. He's convinced that he's sick. It's not. That's a hoodwink. That's just his thoughts in his head.
Yeah.
But he's holding on to some things a little too tight. Some 3D things that are causing it. But he knows that it can be reversed. He is aware of that it can be fixed if he just willing to put the work in.
Well, occasionally us men like to be pampered. So,
Well,
it's not just the women folk.
yeah. Go
My
paint a
son's
picture of an owl. That'll make you feel better.
See? Ooh. I don't give a hoot.
Okay, here we go. Julesy is my uncle who lives in Thailand in a whole other dimension than me. He sends political stuff that is so opposite of what's going on. Well, Thailand and China are going through their own wake up thing because of the battle going on over there. So that may be their reality, but let's see.
That you're talking Taiwan. He's in
Taiwan, yeah.
Thailand.
Thailand. Well, it's hard to tell. Let's see.
What goes on in Thailand stays in Thailand.
Oh, is that the
It's a
rule?
small world after all. Is that
Yes,
part of
it is.
Disneyland?
All right.
He's in a different level of truth. Yeah. Yeah. He's in the one that says, "Oh my God, Trump just said about this Starlink," and he takes it at a different truth than you do.
There's some secrets to this. They're not giving it all. Here's some more secrets, High Priestess. But that can also be timeline and density. Because you're on the positive one.
Uh-huh.
And it says stick with that. He's a slower transformation timeline. Death card he's a little bit slower. So I would stick to yours. Okay. King, did you say you had more coffee?
Yeah, I had another coffee question.
Okay.
From Jules. Will Doug listen if we talk to him about his cancer and an alternative treatment?
Okay. Like turn into herbs or something like that.
Yeah, holistic medicine rather than pharmaceutical.
Or the ivermectin and bendazole and all that
Yeah.
stuff.
Nope, he is so 3D determined.
I'm guessing that Doug is not awake.
Yep, he is not awake.
Yeah, I'm getting no slight
He's going to be very, very
or
gentle,
very, very soft, yes.
but he will surrender just to feel better because the star card is healing. So at first he's going to think you're batshit crazy, and then eventually it'll get so his symptoms will manifest to the point where I quit. Okay, I'll try it. And then he'll ask, okay, I agree. Let's get together.
And eventually you will be batshit crazy.
Oh, yeah. Well, it'll be like me. All right. Suzanne, will my daughter have another baby this year or next year? How about one for each year?
But yeah, you get one, and you get one.
I get twins in 2.
It's all God's timing. Okay.
Yep.
I don't know if she's been going through some things and that she's had to better her position. 6 of Swords is moving out of troubled waters. This is God's timing. She's very distracted right now with other things going on, but I have 2. She will get 2.
Might have to go to
Twins.
yeah, twins.
Twins.
And
Yeah.
two. Twins in 2 years.
Twins in 2 years? So it's going to be like December 31st and January 1st? What do you mean twins in 2 years? Are we separating it twins? That's what I want to ask.
It's going to be rough. Okay, so rough pregnancy in 2025. All right, so rough pregnancy. There's your page of swords, and there's your two of wands. 2020. They're just showing me 2025. 2025.
Okay, so she needs to work on herself to just not be stressed out, or if she had some miscarriages, let those go. I've had a rough pregnancy, and just have faith. That's all she has to worry about. No fear.
Yep. Okay.
Ooh.
I am looking at some of these questions. Yeah, guys, stop questions, please.
Conceived in 2 months.
Ooh.
Wow.
You got that one already.
Got that one.
I know Nadia placed a few in there, after the
A
pause.
few?
You know Nadia.
I ran out of Fippies. I was trying to get some change to get another Fippy.
Yes, you will.
Yay!
Yep.
So I don't have to take the tent
There's-
with me.
Nope.
There's a shed out there behind the hotel.
Oh, is that where it is?
Yeah, it's got a hammock in there.
right.
I'm looking.
And then there's a Madge one. Oh, there's more.
Why is the stock market? You see, three.
You know why Kilauea's erupting again? It's because they know Nadia's coming.
What was that?
Kilauea's erupting because they
I
know
was
Nadia.
waiting for the punchline
They're
myself.
exciting. They're
Why
exciting.
is the stock market still going up? Okay, what's the punchline? Why is it?
I mean, I'm looking at it. I'm going, okay, it's a different timeline. I don't get it. It should be going down, but
I think yesterday I got it was still going to fall. I think it was maybe, whatever. Yesterday.
Because you're in a battle right now. The deep state's controlling it. Trump is overtaking it. Give him a little time. Let's see what happens with it. So what you're saying is afloat. We need to look and see what's going to happen in the future. It will cause panic. So it's a little too early to tell right now.
I felt that before that computer for the stock market is in deep under Jerusalem.
Mm-hmm.
Is that where the battle's going to take place? Or is it already done over there?
That's already done.
Great.
This is done. The finances are independent now, and they've been reserved for humanitarian. So we're just watching it catch up. Okay, so all this stuff has already been done. Remember, future proves past. So apparently this has already come to their fake stock market has already crashed. We just have to wait for it to catch up. I don't know how bad it'll be because I also got in the back channel that the stock market will drop dramatically, but it won't completely bottom out. And when he announces gold back, that's when we're going to have a little bit of a rough phase.
I have another coffee question.
Okay.
From someone. Will my youngest son join my humanitarian project?
Okay.
I get yes.
I get yes.
Soft yes.
Mm-hmm. Wow, that's funny. Get out of my hands. It's, that's exactly what I had.
Yeah. There's a question from Mahita too on.
Yeah, make sure they don't strategically try to take it over, though.
Just put him on payroll. Then you don't have to put him as CEO or manager. Put him on payroll.
Right.
Exactly. Eight of Pentacles. Make him an employee. So not like don't give them shares or big clout to be able to make huge decisions. Employee, fine, but there's strategic moves. I can run it better.
No. Then do it yourself.
Yeah. If you let it take over, it's not really
220.
your humanitarian.
220 your time. Yep.
Nash, what are my ex-husband's intentions about payment of my upcoming alimony case? Okay, you be in limbo for a while. That's the Hangman, but it will be reversed. But he's going to try to steal, and this is a thief and liar card, so it may be like I made a payment and he really didn't. So keep your records. But you are in a pause right now. You're going to have to be patient for this to really kick in. There's your Temperance. But eventually you will get victory. His intentions right now are not good. He wants to lie and cheat his way out of this. So it's going to put you in a pause in limbo for a while.
I would suggest money order or cashier's check. I don't know if it can go with high amount of money, but that way the cash is there instead of him canceling the check.
Yeah.
He can pay the check and then cancel it when you receive it.
Yeah.
So there's proof.
Yeah.
So I would suggest that. Or should she not accept it until the court date?
I'm getting 2 questions left in the chat. That's it. You want to take them?
Yeah, I'll take him.
Okay, Charlene's at 226.
Okay. 3 of Pentacles. Maz, you just work with the bank, so maybe they can he can wire the money to you. That way it's traceable. So a Venmo or Zelle kind of thing.
I also think she believes that if he does make the payment, that's the settlement and it will be done. Instead of paying it off in full, he'll be paying partial.
Yeah.
So that'll be a advantage for him in the court system.
Yeah. King, what time did you say, love?
226. Charlene, 321.
Charlene? Okay.
Yeah, if time permits, is Paul Walker one of the actors playing the part of Van? Yeah, that's it.
Oh, really? I thought he was playing somebody else's role. Is Paul Walker?
I think they're all interchanging at some point because their mannerisms change, the way they walk changes, so they're probably
Their height changes.
Yeah.
He is, but base. What am I saying? Base. I think that was primary. Sometimes, yeah.
Sometimes it depends on what the distraction is needed at the time. Okay.
The other one is 227 from Michael Nelson. That'd be the last one.
Opinions on the real. That the Black Eye Club. That's pretty much if you've seen any elite member, Hollywood, music, politician with the black eye, the Virreal are the ones that go through the eye, take over the consciousness, and run the body. So the consciousness is gone. They're basically, their body is a host for the Virreal.
Zombie.
Parasitic.
Yeah, parasitic. Yeah, that would create a zombie apocalypse, wouldn't it?
Yeah. Now, so the Black Eye Club that you mentioned, those people who joined the Illuminati with the Black Eye Club, are they all the ones that take the picture like that, or the sunglasses?
Well, they don't all take the virile parasite, but because that's a symbology of the one world government, the all-seeing eye.
Hmm.
Yeah, it's just one eye. The virile is a physical thing.
Oh, wait a minute. Mary
Yeah.
says check the coffee.
Is someone still busy?
Oh, someone must have been Mary.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I get a yes.
I got the Suzanne's her
Well,
comment. Her
yeah,
fifth
Suzanne.
pregnancy was rough.
Yeah, I was going to comment on that. I think if she does conceive, they may have to stitch her up because that was probably one of the complications she had before. Hey, there's my
Well,
baby.
yeah, if it's a fist.
Yep. There's
That's
a button.
that's his smile that he wanted to go OUT.
Uh-huh.
Oh, Mary Jones says this someone is new. Wink, wink, wink.
Wink, 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 wink.
I'm so happy.
Okay. All right. That would be it. I'm checking coffee again.
Did you get the coffee?
We're
Okay.
good to go.
I got a coffee and you got a coffee. No,
No, I got tea today.
you got tea. Tea for two.
Tea for one.
Okay.
Tea for one.
It's Friday. I got a busy weekend. Next week, we always do the flip-flop thing. So King's
Yep.
gonna do Monday, Friday. I'll do Wednesday. Do we have a topic that we want to deep dive?
Ask the chat. We haven't asked the chat for a while.
All right.
Yeah, let's ask the chat because I find it very amazing that basically what we were deep diving all this time is now all coming together.
Yeah. Well, that's God. Everything we do is divinely led. And so if 6 months ago we were deep diving something, we're starting to see some of it creep out now.
Well, yeah. I mean, also with the change in the Golden Ages was also written in the Mayan, and we did the deep dive in Maya, and
Yeah.
I find that very amusing.
JD, Jen, yeah, you just email me and we can get your other one scheduled. I am booked through, I think the second week of February is when I'm picking back up again. So, because I'm
2026.
no. So email me and we'll get you booked. I've still got to reschedule. I'm looking at my schedule. Certain people have to have certain times because they work, but it counters who I already have scheduled. So sometimes it's hard. And I really don't want to work weekends. I sometimes make an exception. So
Some of us are flexible,
we know.
even when we're old.
Yes.
I'm flexible. It's just the way of going back.
It's just that my bones pop, you know.
You're into the snap, crackle, pop, right?
So next
Yeah.
Friday's deep dive should be Terry's birthday.
Well, we should deep dive Terry.
I think we should deep dive the comedian.
By the way,
Deep
I loved
dive
your
who?
snow angel, and she was the only one who took the challenge of the snow angel, I believe, and also of the she made the snow person. It was a dolly snow person, I believe. Also, did you see the snow that hit Texas?
Yeah.
Did you see the meme? They had a ruler.
Snow in Florida too.
Yeah, but they had a ruler in Texas.
Uh-huh.
And it was not even at a quarter, like a eighth, and it says we need to rebuild or we will rebuild.
Gosh, that's funny.
Yeah. Florida got the snow, so
we don't have a topic yet.
No one has put anything in.
Okay.
is that why Cecilia didn't show up? She was snowed in.
Oh, I'm so sure she's frozen in her house because it's only 60 degrees. Okay. Yeah. All right. Well, our brains will turn, and maybe we'll come up with a topic.
Something like do vacuum cleaners really work on when you're shoveling snow, or should be shoveling snow
Yeah, there was somebody who used a vacuum cleaner for the
in
snow
Florida?
in Florida.
Okay.
Only in Florida.
Only in Florida.
All right. As always, if phone calls happen, they are telling us anybody that needs an appointment. If you get weird phone calls and you don't recognize the number, start answering them, because a lot of times they're going to start. They're contacting the people that we bought these bonds from, the dealers.
Okay,
Like
they will not
Atlantic.
be sending you emails
They
because
will, but another way of doing it is
hold on.
like
'Cause-
those people will have their client list of who bought what. Your information can be given. They may call you. So if it says, unless it says spam risk, I wouldn't answer that. But if it's a weird number, you might consider answering it. But yes, we're still waiting for Jen to wear a peanut butter shirt. You'll know when I know.
Call from Nadia. No, that's got to be a scam.
That's spam. I'm selling you some pork products. She was just curious. Madge was just curious. What was the outcome? To cash the check or not cash the check? I think we told you that your
Was that
discretion.
Charlene?
Make sure it's wired to you so you can make sure he didn't trick you.
Oh.
For Madge.
Yeah, you can do it. Just make sure it's legit. Now just make sure if it's for a certain amount, but he owes more. If you cash it, you're accepting the lower rate, so you might want to hold off. Make sure that you go through the legal process. They do that. It's considered a settlement payment. So if you get a certain amount of money and if you cash it, you agreed, and you won't take him back to court. So just make sure you get all your I's dotted and T's crossed. Okay. All right.
Good.
That'll be it. You guys have a very blessed weekend.
Love and light. Keep the vibes up, guys. Let's stay on this timeline.
Yeah, and if you haven't already, have a little Calgon bath if you need to.
And put your pants on now. Show's over. You gotta
I'm
go back.
taking them off now. They've been on. God,
Pants are off now. The shirt can come off. It's the weekend. It's all right.
Please close the camera first.
Oh, I'm sorry.
All cameras.
Okay.
Select this
All right,
going, no!
I know. He's running so he could get naked. All right.
There you go. Okay, love and light, guys.
Yeah. Y'all have a blessed weekend. I love you. And I'll see you Monday morning for oracles. Bye.